The Beatles are widely celebrated for their impeccable songwriting, timeless melodies, and polished pop sound. Their music, from the haunting strings of Eleanor Rigby to the uplifting tones of Hey Jude, has shaped generations. However, behind their perfect image and critical praise, the band also embraced moments of chaos. According to Paul McCartney, one of their lesser-known B-sides, You Know My Name, Look Up the Number, perfectly captures this spirit. Recorded over several sessions between 1967 and 1969, You Know My Name, Look Up the Number, stands apart from most of the band's other works. McCartney described the song as insane, highlighting its surreal and humorous nature. The recording started during the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band era in May 1967, a time when the Beatles were experimenting in the studio, having stopped touring and begun treating the studio as a creative instrument. However, the track was left unfinished for nearly 2 years. When the band revisited the song in 1969, they chose to take a completely different approach. Instead of crafting a traditional pop song, they embraced absurdity, blending unrelated musical segments and spoken word moments into a collage. The song defied typical structure, moving between lounge jazz, ska, cabaret, and comedic voiceovers, with Lennon and McCartney adopting exaggerated personas. McCartney later spoke fondly of the track, noting that it had only recently begun to gain attention. He remarked that it was probably his favorite Beatles song because of how insane it was, adding that it brought back many memories. Further adding to the track's unconventional legacy, Brian Jones of the Rolling Stones contributed to the recording, not on guitar, as McCartney had expected, but on saxophone. McCartney remembered the collaboration as an unexpected one, recounting how Jones arrived at Abbey Road wearing a large Afghan coat and looking nervous as he was entering a Beatles session. Jones was so anxious that he kept smoking cigarettes to calm his nerves. McCartney had initially assumed that Jones would play guitar, but was surprised when he brought a saxophone instead. Jones, not being an experienced saxophonist, began warming up with the instrument, which McCartney found perfect for the track. Jones's raw, unpolished saxophone lines added another layer of unpredictability to a song that was already chaotic in a wonderfully unique way. Finally, You Know My Name, Look Up the Number, was released as the B-side to Let It Be in 1970, further cementing its place as one of the band's most unconventional and beloved tracks.